Hey guys, we're Rebecca
and Jessie
with Modern Vintage Events.
And this is Planning in Prosecco.
Respondez, s'il vous plaît. Translation, please reply.
RSVP cards are so important. And for some reason, even the most dependable of people will suddenly become forgetful frannies when it comes to this.
Mm-hmm.
You will practically have to beg people to send these in. Always.
We get lots of questions about what things to ask for on your RSVP card. Let's talk about what information you need. So, first thing, what date should you have as the RSVP deadline?
We recommend absolutely no later than 1 month out. Most florists and caterers will need final numbers for food count and centerpieces by 2 to 3 weeks out. So setting your RSVP date at 1 month before the wedding will give you a little extra time to make some phone calls and wrangle answers from those that haven't RSVP'd yet. Still, be sure to ask up front and check contracts with caterers and florists before setting the RSVP date, because some ask for their final numbers a little bit earlier.
That's definitely the most important element for the RSVP. Also, make sure there is a place for them to fill in their names and number of guests attending. You need to know who is RSVPing.
What if you want to limit the amount of guests someone can RSVP for?
Great question. Instead of just leaving one blank for them to fill in any number, then unexpectedly getting an RSVP for 8 guests, you could word it like this: we have reserved 2 seats in your honor. Then they can fill in the blank of 2 attending. This can also be a good, somewhat tactful way to get it across that it will be an adult-only reception if their children's names are left off.
There are a few other things you may need or want to include on your RSVP card. If you're serving a plated meal with multiple meal choices, you'll need to include a place for guests to check their meal choice. For example, steak or fish. Or you may want to include a line where they can notify you of any dietary restrictions.
It can also be fun to leave a space for them to fill in song requests, such as, I promise to get out on the dance floor if you play the wobble. Don't feel like you have to play every single request though. It's just not possible. But it could give you some great ideas for a few songs you may not have thought of.
One final important piece of advice for your RSVP cards: make it as easy as possible for people to reply. A great way to do the RSVP is to make it a postcard that they can just drop in the mailbox. Sometimes it may need to be its own separate smaller envelope. In either case, make sure the address to which these will be mailed is already filled in. And always pre-stamp it as well. Give them no excuse as to why they couldn't get it in on time.
If this was helpful, please like it and share it with your friends.
Subscribe to our channel by clicking here for more wedding planning tips.
You can also read more on our blog at modernvintageevents.com.
Join us again soon for the next installment of Planning in Prosecco. Until then,
happy planning!